Hello and welcome to another English conversation video. Today we want to talk about one of our many day trips that we did during May. And this day trip specifically we did on the 8th of May because it was a free day for us. So we decided to do a trip to Karlštejn with two other volunteers that we met on arrival training. They are both currently working in Prague and they are both German, so that means Livia was surrounded, as it surprisingly often happens, by Germans.
Yes.
And we spent a nice day in Karlštejn. We went to the castle and did a hike, but more to that later. Our day started pretty early, at 7:30 to be exact, because our train was leaving at 8:21 in Pilsen to Berun. And from Berun we had to take another train to Karlštejn. That day the problem was that our train from Pilsen to Berun was, I think, 20 minutes late. So we missed our connecting train. That meant we arrived, I think, 30 minutes later than the other two volunteers, and they had to wait on us. But in the end we arrived, so that was good. We got to Karlštejn at 10, I think, and started our walk up to the castle. The weather that day was super nice. It was not too hot, not too cold. The sun was out. We had our sunglasses on. We were prepared for walking. So first we walked up to the castle, and I have to be honest, I was I was breathing very hard at the end because it was up the hill the whole time, and I don't think I'm used to that anymore. But we arrived at the castle and we decided not to go in because we had another hike before us and we wanted to have enough time for that. So we looked at it from the outside and we saw surprisingly a lot of Italian tourists. I think they were on a school trip or something. I fortunately already looked up the route we wanted to go that day, so I knew pretty much where we had to go for our hike, but unfortunately that day a few paths were closed, so we had to take a few detours. But we had Google Maps that helped definitely, and we were able to find a way. So our first goal was America. It's a quarry that is not, of course, in use anymore, but nowadays a lot of people say that it looks like the Grand Canyon in America. That's where the name is from. And actually we also saw a few people swimming there, but I was told that it's forbidden nowadays, so illegal activities. So we walked to America through the forest, I think for 1.5 hours. We did a few stops to drink something, to get our breath back, because it was again a lot of hills that we had to walk up, and the time that we didn't walk inside the forest but in a field, especially in the last part, it was quite hot, so we were sweating a bit.
Once we finish the Belka America, our hiking route also passes through two more beautiful quarries, one called Mexico and the other one called Mala America, which means Little America. And these quarries are abandoned limestone quarries surrounded by forest and rocky cliffs. They have become popular hiking spots, and when you see them in person, you will understand why. They are absolutely stunning. The turquoise water, the quiet atmosphere, and the contrast between nature and the rocky walls, it was very magical. The hike itself was about 15 kilometers, which is a good distance, especially because there were a few hills. As Julie said, there were a few hills along the way. We spent several hours walking through the forest, chatting, taking photos, and enjoying the beautiful spring weather. And one of the best parts of the hike was definitely reaching the viewpoint of Mexico Quarry. The water was shining under the sunlight, and we stayed there for a while, just taking it all in and watching it. It was peaceful, and I honestly could have stayed there the whole afternoon. After that, we continued walking towards Malamerica. This quarry is slightly smaller, but just as impressive. From the top, you can see the water deep below, and there is a fence that protects the viewpoint. It's really popular spot for photos, and of course we take a lot of them. And after finishing the hiking route, which took us a good part of the day, we were definitely hungry and tired. So we stopped at a nearby restaurant for a well and good break. We found a really cozy place with outdoor seating, and we all sat down together to relax. Now let me tell you about the food, because after walking 15 kilometers, it felt like rewarded. We all ordered the same thing, a slice of cheesecake and something to drink. In my case, I had a coffee with milk, which was just what I needed. And one of my friends ordered a strawberry juice, which looked super refreshing. That friend was Julie. The cheesecake was delicious and creamy, not too sweet, and the perfect way to end a long walk. We stayed there for about an hour, just chatting and enjoying the sunshine. Then around 4:30, it was time to head back home. We walked back to the train station and took the train to Verón, where we had to change trains. That was our transfer point, and luckily we didn't have to wait too long. From Verón, we took the second train back to Pilsen, which where we live, so we go back home. We arrived home like in the evening, feeling tired but really happy. And it was one of those days that just felt right. Good company, beautiful nature, perfect weather, and lots of positive energy. So if you are ever in Czech Republic and looking for a great trip from Prague, we highly recommend you doing this hiking route. You will get the chance to see Karlštejn Castle, visit the quarries, spend time in nature, and enjoy a little adventure without going too far from the city. So, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to give a like and subscribe if you enjoy the video. And that's all. See you in the next video. Bye! And I need to. Okay. Once we finish the Velka America.
We finished.
Wait. No. Wait. Sorry.
You can say like.
Okay. Enjoying the sunshine.
It was raspberry lemon.
Okay, give us. What time is it? Enough. Okay, so now the cover and that's it.